Everybody wants to do skills, right? Yeah! But if so, then why you are training legs? Calisthenics athletes are oftentimes being laughed at since they look like this. But that's because people don't understand how hard and mainly unforgiving skills can be. And thanks to Barseagle and this post where he basically said that he chose to take the hard path of training legs to prove that it's possible to do skills? Well, he didn't really say that, but I guess he meant that maybe a little bit. Whatever. Thanks, brother, for this video idea, because today I will show you what will most likely happen if you will try to prove that you can do skills even while training legs. But first of all, why you even have this need to prove that?
Why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
For those who don't know or are thinking of starting learning skills right now, I would recommend to watch my video about when you should really start thinking about them. But this whole don't train legs movement is pretty simple. Skills are levels, and the difficulty of them is set by your body composition. I little bit misunderstood the meaning of the word body composition because I meant body structure, but body composition also plays its role. Your center of mass, genetics, and all the things you can't really change. We'll get to that later. Let's forget the genetics and focus only on body composition, which means how long arms you have, legs, torso, basically how your body is built. And because front lever, planche, or even human flag, well, who wants to human flags, are horizontal skills where you have your legs in front or behind, whatever, that's the thing which is pulling you down. Now, every normally thinking human being that wants to learn these skills will decide, of course, he won't train them. Which brings us back to the body composition and the center of mass, which is actually a thing you can change by not training legs and building a big upper body, resulting in moving your center of mass closer to your shoulders. The closer to your shoulders it is, the less difficult it will be, simply said. And of course, this will also affect how long arms you have, but let's stay with the legs. You may throughout your growing up develop a really long or heavy legs, which will make the levers almost impossible right away, even without training them. Yep, I know, it is sad, but that's life. And since you have only limited muscle mass you can possibly develop in your upper body, you don't really want to take away the last chances you have by building a big lower body. Then in the future you will change your mind and you will start searching. Okay. This brings us to one of my favorite 6'2" athlete that is basically me, but 10 years older. Jose, I hope that it is pronounced Jose.
Is how it's said, Jose.
Assuming from the oldest video has been doing calisthenics for more than 10 years, which for some athletes that are made for calisthenics means full multis, planche push-ups, one arm front lever and all that. But for Jose, an average front lever hold, a few bad form front lever pull-ups and barely holding full planche. Which is, not gonna lie, still crazy at his height, but the time spent for just this and his style of training wasn't really bad. It's just that the same style of working out that use those little guys won't work for a guy that has basically everything wrong. That's why you need to build your endgame upper body physique, which will balance out all those negatives. But still, you probably won't make it to the alien level like Daniel would say.
They are not from this planet, they are aliens.
So here you saw that having these, even though skinny, but still long legs, almost like slender, will make from your journey a real hell. Therefore, there is not even a single reason to train them if you have ambitions of achieving these skills. And Jose even didn't train his legs. Or like, I don't know about it. Or at least he didn't train them like crazy. And still it's insanely hard for him to learn them. Now back to the Ian, which has, let's say, adequate legs. He can... He could do front lever, a few front lever pull-ups, and in the past even a full planche, not for too long, okay? But with this physique, he won't ever get to be good at multis or one-arm front lever, or like get to the level so he can compete with all those little guys. Of course, if he would wanna compete with them. Which, by the way, is still stupid way which competitions use, but whatever. Maybe this will motivate him to prove that I am wrong, but that's my opinion. Anyways, let's say he would learn full multis and do one-arm front lever for 5-7 seconds, let's say. That will mean it is possible to reach a high level in calisthenics, because multis is pretty high level.
No shit.
Even while training legs, right? Not really. What? Every time, well, not every time, sometimes someone sends me a guy which is heavy, tall and can do planche or something. I'm like, yeah, that's great, but that's like 20 guys in total versus 20 millions. So it really does mean nothing. Not everyone will be able to gain this much mass like Ian to hold full planche or front lever, one-arm front lever, since they either don't use steroids or they are not that genetically gifted. So, with knowing all this, what will happen if you will still decide to ignore it and train legs simultaneously with learning skills? Well, the answer is Daniel Wedner from Fitness FAQs. He tried for many years to unlock not even a full planche, but just a straddle planche, which for today's standards is nothing. Everybody can straddle planche like in 3 months, except me, of course. Just looking at him, how he looks like, will say pretty much everything. And from what I know, he ended his planche journey with the best hold of 7 or 8 seconds of straddle planche. So, was it really worth it to waste all those years of grinding planche to just prove something what in the end you didn't even prove? A little hint, it wasn't. There are two types of calisthenics, and so the functional calisthenics and calisthenics as a sport. So you should right away choose which one you will choose, because if you take calisthenics as a sport, you definitely shouldn't train legs. But Zdenek, if you will train legs, you will boost your testosterone and so you will build more muscles and therefore even strength. I knew you were gonna say that. This is nice, but it has one catch, which is that for sure you will be overall stronger, more muscular, but you will be also dragged down by a lot more weight. I don't know if the overall muscles and strength you would gain in your upper body will be bigger than the additional mass you will have to pull or push. Do you wanna test it? I don't. Of course, training legs doesn't work like this. But what's the point of doing, for example, 20 squats, 30, 40 at the end of the workout? Either go full in or nothing. Yes, I know. Taking calisthenics as a sport has one big disadvantage, and that's making you end up looking ridiculous. But that's the price you gotta pay to learn these skills you love. So, which path you will choose? Comment down below.